All right, today we're going to be practicing some drawing using overlapping. Overlapping helps us to see what things are in front, what things are behind. Okay, so we're going to be drawing a little breakfast scene using forms. Okay, so again, just a little reminder. So if we have a square, okay, that's a shape. So that's a flat two-dimensional shape. But if we draw a form, that's a three-dimensional representation. Okay, so today we are going to use forms to draw a little bit of breakfast. All right, so we're going to start off with a cup of coffee. Now, maybe you guys don't drink coffee. Maybe you like tea better. Maybe you want this to be a glass of milk. Actually, you know what? I think that would be fun. I actually sometimes prefer a glass of milk myself. Okay, so I'm actually going to just make this into a glass. Okay, and we'll fill it up with some milk. So since this is a transparent glass, I'm going to draw another oval there. And see, we have milk inside, and then we have a transparent glass outside here. Okay. Maybe we'll even put a straw in it. Why not? So the straw is going to go in the milk, and then you can't see it underneath. You can think of a straw also as a cylinder. So it's a cylinder that has a little bend in it. So maybe we'll put those little bendy lines in there. And then we'll put the oval right there. Okay. Maybe we'll even give it a few ripples here. All right, so now we have a glass of milk. With our milk, let's see, what can we use? Let's do some eggs, and let's do a plate first, okay? So we're going to draw a plate. Now, we're going to do overlapping. This already has some overlapping. I can't see all of the straw, okay? So that's going inside, okay? But I can see, because this is clear, I can see it through this part, okay? But here we're going to have a little bit more overlapping. So I'm going to do a nice big oval. So we have room on our plate. Let's see if I can get this to go up a little bit more so you can see the whole thing. Okay. So we have a nice oval plate because, again, remember, if you looked at a plate from the top, it would be a circle. But if you look at a plate on a table, you never see the whole circle. You see it as an oval. Okay, same thing with the glass. The glass looking from the top, yeah, looks like a circle. But if you look at it at an angle on a table, okay, you have to look really carefully, but you'll see an oval. All right, so let's think about eggs. We can use, what form could we use for eggs? I think we can use half of a sphere. Okay, and we'll do 2 eggs. So I'm going to overlap now. So that means this one is going to be in front and another egg is going to be behind. Okay, and then we'll give it those whites. All right. With our eggs, let's do some toast. Okay, so toast form, we could use a really long rectangle shape. Okay, then we're going to use erase this line here. Now this is a really square piece of toast here, so maybe we'll just round out the edges a little bit. Maybe we'll even give it a little dip for that bread there. Okay, and of course our toast needs a little bit of butter on it. So let's draw another small form with some butter. Okay, and maybe we'll even add a little bit of melting butter around it. All right. So actually, I kind of want to zoom in here so you can see it a little bit better. All right, so here we have our breakfast. Let's see, and maybe, we need a little bit of fruit. Let's do an orange. So we'll just do a little orange, which is a simple sphere. Okay, now all of these we can see. This is in front of the toast. This egg is in front of this egg. These eggs, this toast is in front of this orange. I can change this by drawing the rest of the toast and the plate and erasing this line for the milk. Okay. I can make this egg in front of this egg by erasing these lines here. Okay, and this orange I can even make in front of or on top of these other things here. All right, so it all depends on which objects you can see all of it. Okay, so now because of this plate, I can see all of the plate and all of the toast, and I can't see all of this glass. This is in front of the glass. Okay, same thing with this orange. Now I can see the whole thing, but it's blocking the egg and the plate. All right, so let's go back, put the orange behind the egg. I might keep this egg in front, why not? And of course, I'm gonna give my glass of milk here the front stage. All right, so here we have overlapping. Now, if you want to go a step further, especially with some of these forms, okay, so like the orange, the egg, okay, even the cylinder, all of these forms can look more realistic by adding shading, okay? So if I have a light source, okay, so if the light is coming this direction, that means the lightest part is going to be here and the darkest part is going to be the farthest away. So I'll show you here. I'm going to start by doing the darkest side here. And as I go, sometimes I like to even kind of make these circles so that I can tell, okay, this is my lightest, this is a little bit darker than white. So I'm not pressing as hard. I'm going to press a little bit harder now. To shade my sphere. I'm going to press a little bit harder now. And really, really hard. I can also use my finger to kind of blend those things together. if you're using pencil. And I can erase too to give a little bit more highlight. All right. And I can go back again, make it a little darker. It's all these little adjustments, okay? That's why we have to practice art. Okay, same thing with the eggs. So the lightest part is going to be up here. Darkest part is going to be here. But it's not the whole sphere, okay? So if I had a whole sphere, I'd have to do the rest of it down there. This is just half of a sphere. Be even more shadows if something is on top of this. So I'm going to make this part really dark because there's another egg on top of this one. Give this a little shadow underneath there. And the whites are kind of flat, so I'm not going to do too much on them, but I'm going to give them kind of a darker outline on this side. So that looks like there's a little shadow, but they're pretty flat, so the shadow's not that big. Okay, the toast, this is going to be the lightest part here. This is going to be the darkest part over here. And this is going to be medium. But there's also a shadow underneath the toast as well, so I'm going to make this really dark. And maybe I'll add a little shadow here. Same thing with the butter. So darkest on this side, medium on this side, and then kind of light on that side there. All right, the plate has a shadow too. Okay, this orange probably has a little bit of a shadow going this way. And then the milk, the darkest part is going to be over here, light part over here. So we're going to do shadow on this side. Darkest, I'm going to press a little bit lighter. A little bit lighter. Pressing a little bit more to make that a little darker. Use my finger to blend that in. I can also use lines like that. Give it a shadow on the bottom here. And we can make a nice big shadow because this is a really tall object. So I'm going to color this in really dark, going this direction, okay? Because the light is coming this way. Now the straw is interesting because this is another cylinder, right? So we're going to do it dark on this side, medium, and then light. Dark, medium, light. Dark, medium, light. Okay, that'll be dark on the inside there. All right, there is our breakfast, nice healthy meal. What I would like you to do is to try to draw your favorite meal using forms and overlapping.